Hi there, listeners from all over the world. Thanks for catching another of my short but hopefully useful lessons. Also, be sure to check out my updated webpage for all the content and services I'm now offering. So let's get started with the lesson. Now, I live in Spain and I'm very familiar with the mistakes that Spanish speakers make when learning English. And as Spanish is a Latin-based language, those same mistakes can often be found with English learners from France, Italy, Portugal, Romania, and other countries whose language is based on Latin. Today, I address one of these mistakes. And in fact, you may have heard it yourself. Here are a few examples. I passed the weekend in Madrid. I passed a bad time when I was ill. I passed a great time with my friends last night. These sentences are using the verb pass as a false friend. A false friend is a word in your native language that may look similar to a word in English, but in fact has a completely different meaning or use. Instead of saying, I passed the weekend in Madrid, we would use the verb spend. I spent the weekend in Madrid. Now, a lot of people think we only use spend when talking about money. Like, I spent 200 euros on this phone. Or, I spend a lot of money on lottery tickets. Now, is that money well spent? Well, it will be when I win. So yes, of course, we can use spend with money. But let me give you a range of other cases where the verb spend is also used. I spend time with my friends whenever I can. I spend energy at the gym. My company spends too many resources. Unfortunately, last year I had to spend some of my savings. I will spend the summer this year at home with my family. So, we can use spend for money, time, holidays, and energy. And when I say time, that could be minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, etc. It could also refer to the seasons: winter, spring, summer, and autumn, or fall in American English. The verb spend can have a positive or negative meaning depending on the context. But we can also use the verb waste when we want to make it very clear we are being negative. For example, don't waste my time. Or I wasted a lot of money on that old car. It never worked well. I wasted weeks working on that project and in the end it was cancelled. So that's how we can use spend instead of the incorrect use of pass. But I also gave you two other examples at the beginning of this lesson. I said I passed a bad time when I was ill, and I passed a great time with my friends last night. Now, in these cases, I would use the verb have or had as they are in the past. So, I had a bad time when I was ill. I had a great time with my friends last night. Now, compare these two sentences. I spent the summer by the beach. I had a great time there. And I spent a lot of energy at the gym last night, but I had a good workout. I hope those last examples will show you how you can use spend and have instead of pass. So, on a final note, when do we use pass? Well, it can be the opposite of the verb fail. For example, I passed my exam. In a crowded space, you could ask people to let you pass. While eating, you could ask someone to pass you the salt. While driving, you can pass by some interesting towns. And with phrasal verbs such as pass out, pass away, pass through. But that is another story. Be sure to look for more phrasal verbs with pass for yourself online. So, I hope I have helped correct a mistake and given you some insight on how to use the verb spend specifically, but also the verb have and the right ways of using pass. Well, that's it for the lesson, but join me for another, either coming soon or from the existing playlist. Don't forget to check out my website, and I'll catch you in another lesson. Have a great day. Cheers.